for me, art is a way of really expressing and grounding those emotions that we as humans and people often experience as being overwhelming or impossible or difficult. So, art for me is a way of bringing some light and some positivity, not just to myself and my own personal experience, but hopefully to other people as well. So, one of the paintings that I did, it was a representation of a human lungs, but it was represented in a way that looked like shrubs and tree branches. And for me, I think that goes right to the heart of what we were all kind of experiencing through the coronavirus and through this great like grief that's come over America with the loss of so many people. So when I'm thinking about breathing, I'm also thinking in representative ways. How are we like this natural world that we live in? So I wanted to express how simple a thing it can be, breathing, but also how terrifying and scary it can be in this current climate that we're in.
You know, art is nothing more than a reflection of what's going on in an artist's soul. And so my art and my cartoons have been a way for me to express some of the things that I'm feeling, which I don't usually get as personal as I do with the editorial cartoons as I have this year. For instance, I started doing a coloring sheet every day. And I'd start doing two. I'd do one for Mississippi today where I'd do one about Mississippi. But then I started doing one with a cat and two dogs and an alligator. And I did that every day because I wanted to give away something for free to kids and to parents who were stressed out. But then I found out later on that they started becoming my therapy session. You know, as I would draw those cartoons, as I would draw those coloring sheets, as I draw the editorial cartoons, I'm able to release a little bit of my angst and a little bit of my stress and a little bit of that too. And so I'm usually not quite so selfish with my art. I mean, I generally believe that it's something that I love to do. It's a blessing I get to do editorial cartoons every day, and that I've been able to do it in Mississippi for as long as I have. But this year it's different. It's me trying to figure out how I can stay sane in a world that seems to have collapsed on me and doesn't seem to work the way that I thought it would work. So when you're seeing the editorial cartoons, or whether you're seeing a coloring sheet, or if you're seeing anything else I'm doing, you're just seeing me trying to figure out what's going on inside of my head. I think it's because I care even more. And I care about Mississippi, and I care about everybody going through this pandemic. And I just want us to remain safe. And if one person sees one of my cartoons and it makes them think a little bit about this issue, or if it makes them laugh, or if it makes them be able to get through another day, then I feel like maybe my purpose is still here.
This season has been a unique time where people are forced to take pause and to try new things, maybe buy some brushes on Amazon, get some paint, try using a palette knife. This painting, it was made with a palette knife, this one here. It looks a little bit abstract. It actually is a biological image showing microglial cells. And microglial cells work in the body as little garbage collectors. So they have a critical role. You know, when there's some type of virus or bacteria, they go and they collect it and they carry it away. Coronavirus actually impairs the microglial cells. So that means when the body's attacking the virus, the microglials are also depleted, and therefore that debris isn't cleared away. I'm not a researcher for the microglial cells, but I will say that the practice of art making can be a great tool. It was kind of cathartic. It was kind of therapeutic. It was a way for me to do something in a mindful way in the midst of all of that.